In this video, I will discuss about the best coaches in NBA history. Without lingering for a long time, let's go straight to the discussion. We will discuss it while walking around the city of Abapura, and for friends who have just discovered this channel, don't forget to subscribe, and for those who have subscribed, thank you. As one of a series commemorating the 75th anniversary of the World Basketball League season, National Basketball Association (NBA) released the 15 best trainers in the history of basketball in the world. The selection is selective and involves the National Basketball Coaches Association led by President Rick Carlisle, who is the head coach of the Indiana Pacers, and David Fogel, executive director and general counsel. The coaches selected on average have won at least 14,000 matches and at least 45 basketball championships in the world, and have been head coaches for more than 300 seasons with at least 16 awards. Who are the best coaches in the history of basketball? Let's see one by one. 1. Red Auerbach. Arnold Jacob Red Auerbach, born September 20, 1917, died October 28, 2006, was an American basketball coach who was coach for the Washington Capitals, won 9-6, 1949. Tri-Cities Blackhawks, won 9-9, 1950. And the Boston Celtics, won 9-5, 1966. Achievements and accomplishments during Red Auerbach's time as head coach: 9 NBA champions, NBA Coach of the Year, won 965, 11 NBA All-Star Game head coach, won 957, 1967, top 10 coaches in NBA history. As executives, 7 NBA champions, NBA Executive of the Year, won 980. After retiring from coaching, he served as president and front office executive for the Celtics until his death. As a coach, he won 938 matches, a record in his retirement, and 9 National Basketball Association NBA championships in 10 years, a figure surpassed only by Phil Jackson, who won 11 in 20 years. As general manager and team chairman of the Celtics, Red Auerbach won an additional 7 NBA titles for a total of the top 16 over a span of 29 years, making him one of the most successful team officials in North American professional sports history.
NBA basketball, you think of Red Auerbach. Red, they ran a number up at the Boston Garden, had to make you feel real good. I thought they'd put a cigar on it instead of a number.
Well, you know, a lot of people said that, but I thought it'd be a little bit too much. But I was very pleased. I was very honored. It was one of those things that, you know, it's like getting in the Hall of Fame. You know, it's great.
2. K.C. Jones. K.C. Jones, May 25, 1932, December 25, 2020. Cook Jones was an American professional basketball player and coach. He is best known for his association with the Boston Celtics of the National Basketball Association (NBA).
Compared to your predecessor, and that's the
Okay.
That's the question. Can you describe your style first of all?
Well, I consider myself as a coach, a guy that's still learning the business, and I like to approach the players with honesty, give them direction, and try to create player-to-player respect, and that's the base that I operate from. If they have some input into what I'm doing out there, they may have some suggestions, then I'm all ears. I may accept and I may not, but they're out there playing on the court, so they must have some pretty good ideas. Red Auerbach, if he has some ideas, I got to listen to him. Living legend, and here's a guy that's how many championships? From wherever it may come, the assistant coaches, so everyone has a little input, and that's my mode of operation.
As a player, Jones tied for third for most of his career's NBA championships, and was one of only 3 NBA players with an 8-0 record in the NBA Finals series. K.C. Jones is the only African-American coach other than Bill Russell to have won multiple NBA championships. Jones was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 1989. Jones' career as a player: 8 NBA champion 1959-1966. Number 25 was retired by the Boston Celtics. 2 NCAA champion 1955, 1956, consensus second team All-American 1956. Number 4 was retired by the San Francisco Dons. Jones' career as assistant coach, 2 NBA champion 1972, 1981. Jones' career as coach, 2 NBA champion 1984, 1986, 5 NBA All-Star Game head coach 1975, 1984, 1987. 3. Pat Riley. Patrick James Riley, born March 20, 1945, is an American professional basketball executive, former coach, and former player in the National Basketball Association (NBA). Since 1995, Riley has been team president for the Miami Heat and served as the team's head coach from 1995 to 2003 and 2005 to 2008. Considered one of the greatest NBA coaches of all time, Riley has won 5 NBA championships as a head coach, 4 times with the Los Angeles Lakers during their Showtime era in the 1980s and once with the Heat in 2006. Riley has won the NBA 9 times, as a player won 972, as an assistant coach won 980, and as a head coach won 982, 1985, 1987, 1988, 2006, and executive 2012, 2013. Career as a player: NBA champion 1972, All-American First Team USB 1966, Third Team All-American AP, UPI 1966, SEC Player of the Year AP 1966. Number 42 was retired by the Kentucky Wildcats.
The only thing that I can say to students who graduate in sports management or whatever, and they want to get involved in the NBA or with some team in any sport professionally, is you get in the door. That's it. Get into the door as an intern, work your tail off, do whatever it takes that they're asking you to do. Don't think of yourself as somebody that is going to get the job the next year or 2 years. We've had interns that were hired here 20 years ago that are now running the organization. And when they came in, I would have never thought that would be the case. Everybody in this organization, I think, that has a major role right now came in as an intern or as a video coordinator or on some low-level job, and they would, you would catch, and then they would work their way, and then all of a sudden, the next thing you know, they're around the court coaching, or they're in the office scouting, and next thing they're a general manager. And so, it's a hard business to break into unless you have experience. If you have experience with another team, then you might get hired by some other team and move up. And you have to have a lot of patience and a lot of persistence, period.
Career as an assistant coach, NBA champion 1980. Career as head coach, 5 NBA champion 1982, 1985, 1987, 1988, 2006. 3 NBA Coach of the Year 1990, 1993, 1997. 9 NBA All-Star Game Head Coach 1982, 1983, 1985, 1990, 1993. Career as executive, 2 NBA champion 2012, 2013. Riley is the first North American sports figure to win a championship as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, and as an executive, and in a variety of roles has reached the NBA Finals in 6 different decades. In 1996, he was named one of the 10 greatest coaches in NBA history. Riley recently won the 2012 and 2013 NBA championships with the Heat as their team president. He received the Chuck Daly Lifetime Achievement Award from the NBA Coaches Association on June 20, 2012. 4. Larry Brown. Lawrence Harvey Brown, born September 14, 1940, is an American basketball coach and former player who is currently an assistant coach for the Memphis Tigers. Brown is the only coach in basketball history to win an NCAA National Championship Kansas Jayhawks, 1988, and an NBA title Detroit Pistons, 2004. Brown has a lifetime professional coaching record of 1,275-965 in the American Basketball Association (ABA) and National Basketball Association (NBA). and is the only coach in NBA history to lead 8 teams' different franchises to the playoffs. Brown also won an ABA championship as a player with the Oakland Oaks in the 1968-69 season and an Olympic gold medal in 1964. He is also the only person to ever coach 2 NBA franchises in the same season, Spurs and Clippers, during the 1991-92 NBA season. Prior to coaching, Brown played collegiately at the University of North Carolina and professionally in the ABA.
Madness, a fun time for a lot of people, and for a lot of years it was a fun time for Larry Brown, wasn't it?
Yeah, I enjoyed college basketball and got to work for 3 great programs and 3 great schools, and they're all in the NCAA and all have chances of doing well, so I'm excited about it.
Were you surprised what Kansas State did to Kansas in the Big 8 tournament?
Yeah, but you know, that tournament is so competitive, and K-State has played well. I don't think Kansas has played as well after clinching the top seed so early and so easily. I think you know, they knew they were going to win the conference, but they'll be ready. Roy has done a phenomenal job with them. They got the 2nd seed in their region, which is a tribute to that program, and I'm sure they'll do. 20 games left, which is you know, the stretch run, so to speak. We have to play better than we have played. We've had some problems with consistency. We haven't covered as well or played as unselfishly as we had last year at this time. But the last 2 games feel a little better. So, you know, I'm hopeful we'll play well down the stretch, because if we don't finish in 8th and play in Phoenix or Houston or San Antonio, it's going to be one and done. So I'm just hopeful we'll continue to improve standards for one another. Personally, as a coach, I like to teach, and I'm hopeful by trying to help my players become better individually and
Career
as a
as a player.
That'll motivate
ABA
them
champion
to try to
1969,
improve.
3
But the
ABA
bottom line is
All-Star
the players are the things
1968,
that are gonna help them
1970,
win.
ABA All-Star
And the great teams
MVP
have great
1968,
leaders, and
3 ABA
we're
Aid
starting to
Leader
establish some of
1968,
that. We have a lot of new
1970,
people, and I
All
don't
ABA
think it
Second
happens
Team
overnight.
1968,
And the
First
Clippers
Team
have
All
had
Account
no
1963,
success
Second Team
over
All
the
Account
years. And, you know,
1962.
just all of a sudden
Career
gain
as
that
coach.
respect and that
NBA
success.
champion
So we're
2004,
trying to build on the
NBA Coach of
positives,
the
and
Year
if we do,
2001,
like I said,
2
play
NBA
together
All-Star
and play
Game
hard,
head
we
coach
give ourselves a chance to win.
1977,
Based on the months of
2001,
March
3
and April
ABA
for
Best
Larry
Coach
Brown, if he gets his
1973,
NBA team to play like that, they will enjoy
1975,
success. Thanks for being our guest.
1976,
Thanks so much.
NCAA
Larry Brown,
Division
back to
I
you guys.
Tournament Champion 1988, 3x NCAA Division I Regional Final for 1980, 1986, 1988, Naismith College Coach of the Year 1988, 2 winner of the Final 8 Tournament 1984, 1986, Final 8 Regular Season Champions 1986, Chuck Daly Lifetime Achievement Award, AAC Tournament Champion 2015. 5. Steve Kerr. Stephen Douglas Kerr, born September 27, 1965 in Beirut, Lebanon, is an American former professional basketball player. He is a player with the most accurate three-point shot in the history of the NBA National Basketball Association and was a member of 5 basketball teams that won NBA competitions. On June 2, 2007, the Phoenix Suns, an NBA team, appointed Steve Kerr as president of basketball operations and general manager of the organization. As Robert Sarver's current Phoenix Suns managing partner, first partner in purchasing the team in 2004 and helping facilitate Sarver's opportunity to purchase the team. Steve Kerr has been Sarver's trusted advisor in making decisions regarding the basketball business for the past 3 years. Steve Kerr used to play on this team. 1988 to 1989 Phoenix Suns, 1989 to 1992 Cleveland Cavaliers, 1992 to 1993 Orlando Magic, 1993 to 1999 Chicago Bulls, 1999 to 2001 San Antonio Spurs, 2001 to 2002 Portland Trail Blazers, 2002 to 2003 San Antonio Spurs, 2014 as coach on the present Golden State Warriors.
I thought, we had control of the game, and then I thought we just kind of gift wrapped it. And not to take anything away from Minnesota, I thought they were great. They took advantage of our mistakes and our lack of execution. And, D'Lo got hot, and, guys made big shots, but we missed box outs. We threw the ball away. We took really difficult shots. So everything we had done to that point to have control of the game, we stopped doing. So we got what we deserved.
I mean, there's been a lot of them this year.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Is there a common thread to you? I mean, why do you think?
Execution. I mean, I know it's just a catchphrase or, whatever you want to call it, but it's the truth. You have to execute. These are the best players in the world, even with their guys out. If you want to hand a team a few possessions, then we got guys who are going to take advantage. D'Lo hits like 3 threes after we throw the ball away a few times, and the whole game changes. So if you want to win, especially on the road, you have to execute. And, we've probably lost, 5, 6 games like this on the road this year, just because of a lack of execution. We're not good enough to win without executing. We might have been a few years ago. We're not good enough now to win without executing in the fourth quarter on the road. So we're trying to correct that. We're trying to work on that. And we got to do better.
I don't even know if you have the answer to this, but when it comes to like lack of execution, as you've seen a few times now, is it like, how do you address that?
Career as a player. 5 NBA champion, 1996, 1997, 1998, 1999, 2003. NBA three-point shootout champion, 1997. Second team All-American AP, 1988. Third team All-American NAP, 1988. 2 first team All-Pac-10, 1986, 1988. Number 25, retired by the University of Arizona. Career as coach, 4 NBA champion, 2015, 201,720,182,022. NBA Coach of the Year 2016, 2 NBA All-Star Game Head Coach 2015, 2017. Rudy Tomjanovich Award 2018.